And welcome back. Every Tuesday we take you behind the scenes of home building and remodeling, sharing tips, insight, and expert advice to make your project smoother.
Let's join Lina Girl, Lucas and Jozef from H1 Construction. It's time to Ask the Contractor.
Here we are. We get a chance to ask the contractor. H1 Construction is back in the house with us. Thank you so much, guys. We've got Lucas and Jozef. And, can we talk story now about land, slope, soil, all of that stuff that happens to the land even before the house gets on it, right?
Yeah.
And just exactly whose responsibility is that for the land to be prepped and ready for a house to be fitted?
Well, first I'd like to point out that Jozef just did get back from vacation and he bought me this lovely bracelet.
Oh.
I did. So and now we have matching bracelets.
Oh, brothers.
Yeah.
Yes.
So this is how you know we're a good team.
You are.
Right? So when it comes down to the topography, so the surveyor will come out. A surveyor will come out and they do what we call, they pin the lot. So let's just use a square lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? And then in between that lot, what is it doing?
Up and down.
Up, down, is it straight, is it flat? And a lot of times that'll dictate whether it's like a walkout basement or 2-level or 1-level. And it's very crucial for the topography to be correct because every lot has the same bulk plane across Hawaii that I know of, 25 feet. From the highest point in your lot, you can only build up 25 feet. Now, if we're out in the field and we end up 6 inches too high on the foundation, that's what's going to happen on the roof. And that is not going to be acceptable. So when we're done with the house and they're moving in and they say, oh, you're 6 inches over the bulk plane, so it's very...
That cannot happen then.
It cannot happen.
It has to happen before the house is built.
So it goes back to everything we've talked about on every single episode. It's just about hiring the right team, having the right information, double checking and triple checking where you're starting off. So, when Jozef's out in the field, they'll create a benchmark, and that benchmark will be what we'll use to set the elevations of where are we going to begin? Where's the top of the slab on grade? Where is this house going to end up? And before we even left the office with the set of plans, we know exactly where it's going to be. Right?
Correct.
It's just about implementing what's on that set of plans, but it's only as good as the information we're given.
Which that's the responsibility of the good architect.
It's the architect that does
correct.
that.
So they need to do the proper topo, like Luke mentioned it, and put the right information, the right calculation onto the plan. Because over the years we come across good amount of discrepancies, and then you're scratching your head. Okay, we are 8 inches higher because the information is not correct. Now what do? We have to go back to the drawing board and redesign something. Usually it's the roof, change the pitch if you can, so the roof comes lower so you can keep the envelope, the 25 feet with this
without having to rebuild the entire house.
That's correct.
Got it. So it's the architect. That's very important in regards to land topography and all that kind of stuff. Can we talk about water? Because water is a big deal here in Hawaii. I live on the windward side, and we have streams and sometimes even underground rivers, that lead to the ocean. Why is it that understanding the water is going to help in regards to the build?
Water is pretty much the number one that needs to be deterred from the house, right? So water infiltration in a house is one of the number one things that can create the most damage.
Yeah, and it's hidden
element. Yeah, element. There you go. It's a hidden thing too, right? It's like it can be in the walls or in between your house wrap and your sheathing for 4 or 5 years, and over that time, it's just creating mold. It's creating people might be getting sick.
Absolutely.
Right? So understanding the topo of the lot and getting in the right drainage to keep the water away from your house.
So number one thing is to understand the topography, have a soil testing so you understand
what's in the soil to begin
what
with,
kind of soil you're dealing with. Unfortunately on the islands you do have a lot of adobo, which is almost zero percolating soil. So soil testing will yield it and then you can deal with it. But again, it goes down to the architect or proper testing and of course a contractor who knows what they're doing.
Right? Absolutely. And what I like to add as far as H1 Construction goes, that is your team. So we want to be the collective team from the very beginning. And that way there's no pointing fingers. Everybody is there collectively to understand how to move forward when a problem does come up. Why they got the soils testing, because some people will opt out of that, which is their decision, right? But ultimately it's $10,000, and maybe you might not need it, but it gives you that
Peace of mind.
Peace of mind, which is
knowing
it worth
what
it?
your house is built on.
Yep, absolutely. Right? And knowing how, because that'll tell you what size footings we need and a lot of different things.
Yeah. Well, I love the fact that you guys have shared with us exactly what could go wrong when you're missing these things. But I also love the fact that you folks have a team that's already built for us at H1 Construction. And that's the things that we need to look for: topography, water, your lot, even before the house gets built.
That's right.
And see, we get to ask the contractor. So you guys keep those questions coming in. H1construction.com/ask.